G'day Rudy here, 5th of November. Welcome to the Daily Ninja Show, where we go through the stocks ETFs that support the tank in our 10-year journey. And had a few should I be selling everything messages today. But guys, Crystal here, you need to take a chip out of her book, page out of her book. Yep, a lot of my portfolio got smashed this week, still in the green. Was happy this morning and added a chunk of MVR. It was down to 39.08. She might have picked the bottom. Also, Silj in a big pullback, stocking up tonight. I'm taking advantage of the panic. Lol. So, these things are going to happen. Obviously, the earlier you got in, the less pain it is. Okay, so let's just start with the tank. So the tank was down 0.9%. Okay, so it's not it's not down 10%. So I think she did pick the bottom. So you can see here on the daily chart, so it went all the way down here and back here. I wouldn't call that like a panic attack. Okay. The XKO, so it's come off a bit. So last night, this was all a bit driven by a bit of panic in the US, but again, the trend is still up. The Nasdaq, yes, not a good candle, but the trend is still up. The DXY is still looking strong, which is headwinds for gold because it's priced in US dollars. But if we look at gold, we go to a daily chart. So like it's still trading in a range. So Aussie dollar gold still trading in a range. So if we look at miners, so miners is back to where we bought it if you did buy it there. Same with GDX. If we look at our gold index, so I'm on daily charts at the moment. So you can see here, so it started down and got bought up. So we're still sitting above support. And the same as Northern Star. So Northern Star, so it's off 1%, and it's still above support. Now, so obviously most of them, it's always interesting to see. There's a couple of developers that, so SMI seems to be getting a bid. That's 2 weeks of being bought, and so is this Saturn STN is getting bought up. So obviously that's always a good sign. Okay, on to copper. Okay, so copper price, so we're back to weekly charts. So again, it's still hanging in there, it hasn't crashed. So wire, we'll have a look at daily charts so that, okay, so it's down on this is the 50-day moving average. CopJ, so it's pulled back. So sometimes you have an ABC correction. So you call this wave 1, and then they have the correction, ABC, wave 2, and then you go into wave 3. There basically wasn't much red in the individual stocks there. So we move on. Okay, so uranium. So this is that candle. So this is this week here. So it hasn't budged. URNM. Again, it's just coming back. So if you bought See, we bought down here. I know if you didn't join the channel, then you couldn't. So we're still there, like Crystal said. These are buying opportunities. So URNJ, same. So Palladium, that was off 9% today, but again, still above this support level now. And there weren't many in the individual stocks. Okay, rare earths. So REMX is coming back down to support. Linus. Okay, so let's have a look at Linus on the daily. Okay, so you can see, so it came down here and then got bought up. So tomorrow's a nice green candle, then, and you haven't got any. Yeah, get them. Nothing's changed. The outlook's still the same. People still want rare earths. So MP Materials is right on support there. So Aluka, so that's his candle there. It's a bit hard to see. Basically started where he finished. So, and also, so Aluka is starting their rare earths production next year. Okay, Arafura. So the 28 cents. Well, there's probably no rush to get into it. If you really wanted it, I'd be buying them now. But this is also probably a good lesson, because I bet people here were feeling like king top of the world. So usually that's what happens psychology-wise, is when you're feeling like a king, take some chips off the table, and when you feel like shit and you just want to dump everything, that's generally when you want to buy stuff. Because I bet you are all thinking you're a king up here. Anyway, that's just how Mr. Market works. So all the rare earths, actually I'd be interested, because I don't, I mean, I follow REMX, but if people have, because there's quite a lot of them, these rare earths, and some of them are like pretty close to production, like this, not like within a couple of years, this AHK, VTM, BRE, IXR, has NTU. They all seem, these ones, I think ASM might be funded to production, but I don't think those other guys are. But if anyone's got a favourite rare earth story, share it with us. Yeah, if you would, please share it with everybody. Okay, the girlfriend. Okay, so let's go to a daily. Okay, so she's still filling out her right cheek here. So, like, she hasn't collapsed. If we go to an hourly chart, so the silver price hasn't collapsed like the gold price. ATP mag, so it was down 0.25%. Now CLJ did get whacked 5% last night, but the silver price hasn't. So I'd expect her to have a bounce. But again, when you, I guess you've got to put it in perspective here. You know, from here to here is 100%, right? From this run here, so nothing, just like that Arafura chart, nothing can go up. Maybe I should have told people to sell, but my views on this is in for the long run. I said 10 years. Maybe I should start telling you. Anyway, it's a long ball game for me. XMET. So same XMET. So it's not a good sign. It dropped below support here, but again it came down and it was bought up. So you just don't want to be selling at these levels. You want to be buying like Crystal. Alright, so there's no action in the individual stocks. Lithium, so LitP, again consolidation. Pilbara, so coming back as expected, so probably buying around these areas is a good thing if you just want to buy, not the ETF. There's no real greens there. Okay, oil. Okay, so the oil price is still hanging in there. If we look at it daily, yeah, just hanging in there. Natural gas. So natural gas is at resistance now, so a pullback maybe on the cards. My retirement stock, Woodside, he didn't blush. He was up nearly 1% today. Okay, the others. So nickel, not doing much. Not much in the graphite space. Iron ore, so still consolidating that support area there. FMG, doing the same thing. Tin. So tin price hasn't broken out yet, still waiting. Manganese, still in the bottom there. It's Jupiter finished up. So JMS, 6% div, he finished in the green. How did platinum go? So platinum's hanging in there. Palladium hanging in there. Coal, whoa, look at that. Coal's at resistance. Is it going to break through? So New Hope still hanging in there. Alright, and then how Wagner go? Mr. Wagner's still looking okay. Alright, so yeah, it's a bad day. Understand how you're feeling, but you don't want to be selling at these levels. You want to be buying. It's a 10-year game. So as I said, yeah, when you're feeling shit, it's usually when you want to buy, and when you're feeling great, it's usually when you want to sell. Alright then, till tomorrow. See ya.